Alright guys, welcome back. We are now on part 9 of Megaman X6. So we have just finished rescuing the final Reploids. So at this point I am no longer going to be saving the game because the final stages change depending on whether or not you are playing as X or Zero. More specifically, one segment changes depending on X or Zero, but there are also different cutscenes depending on which one of the hunters you use. So we will do a playthrough with X first. We need to turn off Hyper Dash and turn on jumper because X needs the jumper part in order to get through this to get through the gate stages. I'm not gonna bother getting up to max rank simply because it will take way too long to do so. Just because I don't feel like running through and fighting Dynamo over and over and over again. So, with that being said, let's go ahead to the secret lab. We are going to take the blade armor. Actually, no, let's go ahead and take the shadow armor. The shadow armor can get through it here real easy. Because the one thing about gate stages is there are spikes everywhere. And you'll see what I mean. Alia, stop helping. See, now, if we did not have Shadow X, the only way to get up here is you need the jumper part, and or the blade armor. And you have to use the ice block from Blizzard Wolfang. Essentially, you need to position an ice block here so that you can jump high enough to blade dash over, or use the jumper part to be able to clear these spikes. But since we have the shadow armor, we don't care. Oh, I should have given X the ultimate buster. Oh well. Instead of the speedster. And then it's just pits and lasers and lasers and pits. And ice. Fortunately, there are no more Reploids to rescue, so... Alright, come on. Okay, so now we get to... basically what this is... Instant kill lava! Which you can clear in a single jump, which is fine. Now, this isn't the only place. No, it chases you. Oh. Yeah. Fortunately, the game is very generous with checkpoints at this point, so you pretty much have a checkpoint before each lava section. Nope. A little too fast. Yeah, I really should have equipped the ultimate buster. Oh well. Alright. And you thought it was over. No, no. And this is an auto-scroller segment, so it's not like you can even outrace it. No, you have to patiently climb up the ice flows while the lava slowly crawls after you. Fortunately, the Shadow Armor does not care about spikes, it does not care about sliding down walls. All it cares about is just getting to where you need to go. Now, the disadvantage to taking Shadow Armor into this area is the boss. Meet the Nightmare Mother. This is very close to being a demon-like enemy. Or like the Shadow Demon from X5. It is incredibly fast. As it loses health, it gets faster. The only way you can damage the damn thing is when the eyes come out of the blobs, like this. It takes a crap ton of hits to kill. And there are times when it just decides to completely screw you. Like this, where you really can't hit it, even if you want to. This boss can literally take forever to kill. Oh, and each eye accounts for half of the boss's health. And when you kill one eye, the other eye gets pissed. The actual weakness of the Nightmare Mother is the Metal Anchor from Metal Shark Player. Oh, and now I've just killed an eye. And the other eye is still at pretty much full health. Crap. And of course, the eye decides to sit at the top. Great. Again, sitting at the top. Didn't even get a chance to attack at that time. Like I said, this boss is not pleasant to fight against. Oh my gosh, it's an actual time when I can fight it normally. Take damage, take damage! Oh. That was highly unpleasant. Okay, now that that's over with. Now, like I said before, we are not going to be saving anymore because the scenes change depending on whether you're playing through as X or Zero. After I beat the game with X, I'm going to go through the final 3 stages again with Zero instead. Let me see here. We need to change X's loadout. We need Hyper Dash and Jumper to get through this next area. These 2 parts are required for this stage if you plan on going through as Unarmored X or as Shadow X. You don't need them if you're going through as Falcon or Blade, but we're going to be taking Shadow X again just because Shadow X gets a shortcut that Falcon and Blade don't have access to. And I'm going to show you that shortcut. Once again, I would have liked to take the Ultimate Buster in with me, but I can't afford to, because X can only equip 2 normal parts. If I had the rank for the 3rd one, then I would have. Oops. There is no real point to the upper floor, because it's just a dead end. So you can harvest the nightmares. These nightmares will always... Ooh, actually, we want that health up, because that will fully restore a sub-tank, too. Now, if you leave the gate stage and come back, these nightmares that you've already slain will, their nightmare souls will come back as well. So you can farm here a little bit, kind of, if you're willing to spend the continues. Or rather, spend the time losing all your lives and going to stage select. Now, this is where the shortcut I was talking about comes in. Normally you have to go all the way to the right and fight a bunch of totems, but you can shadow jump up here. And thanks to Shadow X's ability to completely ignore spikes, you can slay that totem. And then once again, there's another shortcut right up here. Oh, takes a... Yeah, you have to shadow jump to the bottom of that pillar while it's at its lowest, and then you can just cheese right on through. Alright, so this stage has two bosses. The first boss is Hymax. And this time we're actually going to fight him to the finish. Shadow X can actually fight Hymax. He is not, even though he doesn't have any boss weapons. And the way it works is he has these little shields now. But just hitting with the outside crescent of the charged Saber Slash will stun him and cause him to and knock him down. So Shadow X actually has the easiest time against Hymax. Well, that's the theory anyway. Okay, we should have him almost dead now. Yeah, here we go. Alright, Hymax is dead. Okay, so now we are on to part 2. The first half of this sector is exactly the same whether you play as X or Zero. You'll see... And that's this part here. Unfortunately, these things are still just as annoying to kill as before. But a charged a charged Shadow Slash will take care of them. Mostly. And it is a good idea to destroy them because they drop weapon energy. Now, when you go through this teleporter, depending on if you're playing as X or Zero, it will change. Since we're playing as X, we have a rehash of Turtloid's area. Which you'll see in just a moment. Once I get through this area. And this is also why we took Shadow X, but you'll see why we don't want to in just a moment. Alright, this is the impossible jump. You have to be holding onto it exactly like this. And it is you need the jumper part and the hyper dash, and dash jump over to the other side. If you are a pixel too high or a pixel too low, you will not make the jump and you will die. It's a little bit easier to make that jump with normal X as opposed to Shadow X, simply because normal X does slide, so it's easier to get the positioning right. But Shadow X has the whole, does not slide down walls going for him, which is actually incredibly useful. Alright, and then the second rain generator acts just like a totem. And now we are on our way to go fight Gates. Once we get through this section with all the birds. Alright. Now we get the second most annoying boss fight in this game. The fight versus Gates. Alright, so Gate is completely invulnerable to anything you do. The way you fight him is you have to break his, break the orbs that he throws at you. Each one has a different ability. Purple acts like a gravity effect. Green seeks you out. Actually, he's being unusually cooperative. Nope. Alright, well, mostly. There is the red one, which acts kind of like a gravity well, so to speak. And then... as you can see, it slows you down. Oh, and you only have a certain amount of time to actually break the orb, or else they just fade out. And the only way to hit him, as you can see, is with the blowback from the orbs. You only need to hit him with one. And that immediately dispels all the shrapnel and... oh, yeah, watch out, bottomless pit. Now, so far we've only seen one of his attacks, which is the launching the orbs. Though he has like I think like 5 or 6 different varieties of orb. The much nastier attacks come in phase 2, or come as he goes under half health, because he has a vertical attack that will destroy the platform you're on. Well, it will destroy whatever platform is in front of him, I should say. But Shadow X actually is really good because a single charge Saber Slash will destroy an orb, and also the whole does not slide down walls thing. Come on, come on. Knock it off. Yeah, that's the that's the platform destroying attack. Oh, by the way, if you are sitting on where a platform is when it respawns, it is instant death. It's like you were crushed. Oh, and apparently he can summon nightmares. I did not realize that. All right, come on. Couldn't destroy it fast enough. All right, come on. Yeah, this entire fight, you are pretty much just going to be mostly exchanging blows with him. Oh, crap, I've already used it. I guess I remember from when I used it with Hymax. This is definitely one of my favorite songs from the game. Come on, break. Yeah, the red one's a pain in the ass. Come on, stop trying to break the platforms and actually launch the thing that lets me kill you. Of course. He's nowhere near in range of it. Alright, I think he only needs like 3 more hits to die. Of course, getting him to actually launch them, I am completely at the whim of his AI right now. And of course, right now it is favoring the float to your location and destroy the platform you're on. Or try to destroy the platform you're on. By the way, the fight is even more annoying as Zero, because Zero doesn't have the whole, oh hey, I'm not going to slide down walls thing going for him. Though he does have the double jump, which does make maneuvering a little bit better. Really? Really? Yep, that evil bald guy's back. Just when you thought we were done with him in X5. As I mentioned earlier, there was a rumor briefly that Isak was supposed to be like a reincarnated Dr. Wily. And by the way, when she's referring to the erasure incident, that's actually from the Game Boy Color game Megaman X6 2. They kind of did they did two Game Boy Color games for the X series that were similar to the Game Boy games for the original Mega Man series, where they took bosses from each of the game or from multiple games as kind of like a side story. Unlike the Game Boy games for the original series, however, the the two Extreme games are actually considered canon in the X storyline. Oops, we do not want to save because we still need to go through these stages of 0. All right, so we no longer need the hyper dash part, so we can go ahead and equip the ultimate buster. Because we're just going to shadow our way through this stage, because this stage has a bunch of spikes in it as well. While not dangerous or lethal, it's just easier that way, and also the shadow armor tears through bosses like no tomorrow. So now that we have the shadow armor, like I said, the charge shot is considered an aerial maneuver, so you cannot actually fire off multiples in a single jump. Now, like I said, spikes. Oh, make sure you don't go down the wrong path, or else it's, yeah. Alright. And this way you'll actually get to see the boss patterns. Because the shadow armor does not actually trigger any boss weaknesses, but it does tear them a new one. And the bosses during the refights are always level 4. They do not go, or they are not leveled based on your rank. As you can see, took one hit. And this is actually useful because this will allow us to refill our sub-tanks. Yeah, even without his weakness, Wolfang is really easy. The only damage I took was from running into him. Intentionally. He actually is quite maneuverable and does the whole wall jump thing, and he creates ice clones of himself, but he's really stupid, and he doesn't really do that very often. Alright, come on, come on. Whoop. Yeah, he really can't even hurt you that much. Unless you actually, you know, intentionally take hits. Whoop. And he's dead now. Okay, that one did a little bit of damage to us, but nothing the healing items up top won't recover. Alright, 3 down, 5 to go. Alright, come on. Oh, I guess he always summons Magma Centipede. Actually, I think the Maverick he summons depends on the difficulty, if it's not dependent on the level. Since this is on normal difficulty, he's summoning Magna Centipede. I believe easy is when he summons Stink Chameleon, and extreme is when he summons Blast Hornet. It might also depend on whether you fight him with X or Zero. I'm not 100% sure on the summoning mechanics. Eventually he will launch he will bring out a gigantic black one that is indestructible. That is, if I don't kill him first. Alright, back up to heal. It's actually faster to just slash him. Because the standard slash, the invulnerability from it wears off faster than the swings do, but normally it's faster to actually use the charge slash. But with his gems respawning, you don't want to do that. Oh yes, and if you get damaged out of activating your charge shot in the air, then that actually counts as your aerial maneuver, so you cannot redo it. Probably should have used the sub-tank instead of the life recover, but you really don't need it. Alright. Save the best for last. Well, relatively speaking. Because now it's back to Infinity Maginian! This is gonna suck. Because there are going to be clones all over the freaking place. And there we go. There's the first clone. And oh, why aren't you going away? Oh great, here come the clones. The only way to tell the real Maginian is because he is the one who moves. The clone Maginians do not move at all. Whew. Well-timed Giga attack. Alright, time for the final area. And the real reason why we brought Shadow Armor X into this area is actually for fighting against Sigma. And that little spike wall there is to prevent you from just trying to blade dash or Nova Strike over there in case you have the ultimate armor. Okay, now for the best Sigma intro ever. Yes, he just falls. Alright, so meet Zombie Sigma. Zombie Sigma, his official weakness, all he does is he spits crap at you, he creates a blocking wall, and... Actually, the crap he spits at you can deal quite a bit of damage. There's the wall. You actually can fight against it and push it back, eventually destroying it, or you can just kill Sigma. Officially, his weakness is the Metal Anchor from Metal Shark Player, which will always knock him back, but it won't do anything to the green wall. The battle has just begun. I think he lost the use of the word, or the letter T. Yep, just die. Alright, meet Golden Sigma. And he is actually really easy for a final boss. The only way you can damage him is while his mouth is open. But the thing of it is, he has no invulnerability frames when you hit him. So Shadow Armor X can seriously... that was one round of attacking. I actually could have killed him if I took like one less hit or so. And that's it. He's dead. It's really that easy. Which really sucks because the Final Battle Sigma music is probably some of the best Sigma music they've ever had. And enjoy the ending. It is the world where the humans race and Reploids coexist. Ending on a typo. Alright, so that was Megaman X6, and that is X's ending if you recovered 0. So, I will be doing a playthrough of the gate stages at gate and Sigma stages as 0. Let's see. Unfortunately, it will not be tonight. I will be doing it on. So we'll be doing that on Thursday, and then we'll go ahead and start the solo X playthrough on, once we finish off the 0 side of the storyline. So enjoy the ending credits and music. And the lag. In case you're wondering, that clip is from the 3000 Nightmare Soul scene. And it's basically a glimpse into Alia's past when she let her hair down. Interesting thing is, in X8 she lets her hair down too. But whenever I get around to getting a capture device that will let me capture my PS2, you'll get to see that when I play through X8. Alright guys, well that was X6, or at least part of it. So we'll go ahead and cut it off here. So hope you had a great night, hope you enjoyed watching, and see you on Thursday.